And guess who's recording?
Hi, it's Robin.
Yay, it's Robin! So today what we're going to teach you is called a nail knot. So we're going to make this necklace so that I can teach you this knot right here. Some people I think may call it a barrel knot, but here at Colorstones we call it a nail knot. And the reason is you can use a nail and go around it instead of how I'm going to show you with my finger, but I use my finger. I've always used my finger, so it's just easier for me. Maybe another time I'll show you with a little tube or something. So I'm going to put that to the side. So I'm using 1.5 millimeter leather in this particular necklace, but you can also use the 2 millimeter leather, just depending on what, if it goes through your pearl or not. I just chose the 1.5 for this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out 2 mat lengths. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I always go by my mat length. And my mat is about 14 inches. So I'm going to do about 28, and then I might do just like a little bit extra, so maybe 29 inches is about what you want. I'll put that to the side. And now I'm going to fold my leather in half because I want to start with the middle pearl. So what I'm going to do is put this over my finger like this, crisscross it. So I make an X once, I go over once, over again, and then I'm going to pull it off of my finger, and then I'm going to put this piece right here that I was circling around through the gap there and pull it through away from me. And then I'm going to tighten it. And you see how they start jumping around? You have to keep control of those, which may be why people like to use the tube or the straw or the nail or whatever, because it makes it smaller and not as big. But neighbors don't get to go live with neighbors. They live in their own houses, always. Okay? So that right there is exactly how you do it.
Let's do a close-up.
Okay.
Cute.
Okay. So now I'm going to put the pearl on for the center. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to go around my finger like this, make the X 1, 2 times, pull it off of my finger, and then go through the gap. I still have it on my finger. Go through the gap right here, pull it out through, and in order to make sure it goes right snug against the pearl, I'm just going to push it down. And see, they tried to jump again. You always have to just take control of it. If it doesn't, if a neighbor jumps and tries to go live with his neighbor, then you can take it apart and redo it, and not tighten it. It just depends on if you feel like that. But normally you can get it real snug right here up against the neighbor. So I want to make this about 16 inches. So I'm going to go to my ruler right here, and I'm going to center the bead as close as I can on the 8. I'm going to pull over here to the end of the ruler, and this is where I want my knot to be. So I'm going to go down just a little bit, and I'm going to make my nail knot. I'm going to go through here. Ooh, they all jumped everywhere just now. Listen, mister, you live where you live. I'm so sorry. I know you want to go visit, but you cannot today. Okay, so that shows you how I made a huge mess of it. So you see how I was talking about, just take it apart, just undo it like this before I tightened it so I can do it again. So I'm going to go around, 1, 2, pull it off my finger, go back through, And then I'm going to make sure nobody goes to live with who they don't live with. Perfect. Let's see how close I am here. Perfect. So I'm actually almost right at 8 inches on this side. Then I'm going to take my other pearl, my end pearl, and put it on there. And then this knot I just tie a regular overhand knot, sort of like you're tying your shoes or how we do when we do a stretch bracelet or something like that. So that's just going to be that kind of knot like that. And on this side, I like to trim, I like to leave a little extra, so I trim it at an angle. We'll get that in a minute. Trim it at an angle, and then I'm going to glue it. We're going to answer the phone, and then we'll show you how to finish the other side. Hey, we're back! So that phone call, just so you know, in case you were being nosy, was the other location, just calling us and interrupting our video. So sorry about that. Robin is Robin, Bonnie is Bonnie. Bonnie's at the other store. She's my evil sister. One day, maybe we'll put her on here.
Yay, evil Bonnie.
Yay? I don't know about that. All right, so we're going to go back. What we had just did, you know, English. What we had just done is glued this end. And we use Loctite glue here. We have found it to be the best for leather. So it's better than the E6000. It holds better than that. The Hypo Cement is another glue that we have and sell here. But Loctite, Robin and I personally like the gel the best.
Oh yeah.
And Bonnie, that evil sister, she likes the one that's red, which is the liquid. But that one
She's
dries.
out of control.
Yeah, she is. And this one is ultra control. So that's why we like it. All right, so now we're going to go finish this necklace. So we're going to put it back at the 8, well, turn it around. Put it back at the 8, and I'm going to pull it down like this to measure again. And this is where we want the loop to be, okay? So this knot's going to be just a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same. So I'm going to go over just the leather. I'm going to do a crisscross like this. So I'm basically doing it without my finger, mostly. And then I'm going to go through the hole here. And then, I like to do it smaller up here at the loop end. Because see, I folded it in half. I think I forgot to say that part. So I folded it at that where I wanted the loop to be, and then I started a knot here. And I just need to make sure that this loop is big enough to go over the pearl, but not too big. So I'm going to tighten it down. And so it goes over the pearl, but it's a little bit snug, and that's how you want it, so that it doesn't fall off. I'm going to snug it up a little more, and then I am going to trim it as close as I can here. I'm going to cut it as close as I can, and then I'm going to put a couple more drops of glue right there on that knot. And what this glue is doing is just making sure your knot doesn't come undone. Maybe. Okay. And there you have a pearl necklace with nail knots, and pearl and leather necklace with nail knots. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave questions in the comment. We are always reading our comments so that we can answer any questions that you have. We are here with all you need to be creative. Bye. Bye.